G-Man, consider yourself evicted. You won't talk to me. You won't listen to me. You're continuing to do this fucking tirade. Consider yourself evicted. Get the fuck out of my house. Pack your shit and go. Now. Fuck you, G-Man. Like, seriously, fuck you.
What you fail to remember, Shanny, is I spent a lot of money updating this place.
Fuck you, G-Man. You know what? My little gift didn't teach you a fucking thing, did it? Not a goddamn thing.
And I'll say this. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy who gets no love from me. Hanging on his passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me.
You know, many people have said I'm really, really fat, but I look at myself and I'm like, damn, girl, you have made progress. Made a lot of progress. And frankly, I don't think I look bad in my tummy. And I think it's going down more and more and more. Frankly. So basically, I used to be 570 pounds. And I'm now 270. And I feel so good about myself that I'm 270 now, and I've lost so much weight over the years. That's 300 pounds. That's more than me now that I've lost. So, all the girls out
Give me 1 second, guys, here real quick. Okay, where is it? Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sowing and Reaping YouTube channel. It's all the smoke edition. And what I want to do today is I want to respond to this claim that Shanny and Rev are simply defending themselves here on social media about all of the things that people are saying about them. And I also want to talk about their supporters who used to be my haters. Actually, I'm sorry, they're still my haters, but we'll get to that soon enough. And I have a unique perspective on this because obviously I was their friend for a while on here, and I was heavily criticized for being their friend on here. So if you're a person and you don't know certain things, this video is for you. If you want to learn a little bit more about what these two are really all about, stick around. And if you have heard this a million times, I suggest you go watch another video because I'm only going to say a couple of things on here I bet you didn't know. All right. So I'm going to be talking directly to Shanny and Rev here, guys. Now, this is not preaching. Now, I noticed that there are some people watching that is coming over from the Preaching to the Choir Ministries channel, from the G-Man channel. I do things a little bit differently on this channel. Bible studies and the stuff that I normally do is done on the other channel. This channel is where I handle the business of dealing with troublemakers, so to speak. So I don't like bringing that stuff to my other channel. I like doing it here. So what I want to do is I want to talk about this new scam that Shanny and Rev are doing on here. And the scam basically is that, well, actually, before I get into all of that, what I want everybody to do, if you have not done it yet, Drader uploaded a new video on his channel. The video had to do with, it's kind of funny. I forget what it was called, but I watched it though. And it talked about what Shanny was like before she had, when she had money and what she's like when she don't got money. The promises and the claims that she made when she had money and what she's like when she doesn't have money. And right now, she thinks that she has, now I personally got a different opinion about this, but she thinks she's got some new viewers, and because she's got some new viewers, she believes that she can just become a revisionist along with Rev, and they can go around and just change their story up to what actually happened to them when they was in Boulder, Colorado. And I think that Drader took his time and did a pretty good video showing a before and after type thing about what Shanny and Rev was all about. Carrie, I noticed that you're watching this. I'm going to mention you a little bit in this video. And you'll see why in a minute. You don't gotta say anything positive about me. I get it. I understand it. So good and whatnot. First of all, let me get this out in the beginning so nobody can say I didn't say this. I don't believe these two are doing as bad as they say they are. I believe they're doing a lot better than they're telling people on here. Okay. And I'm going to lead up to my rationality and my reasoning for this. I believe they're doing a whole lot better than what they're making themselves out to be here on social media. And for the people like Jules and everybody who we'll get to them a little bit later, Jules and all these other people that are giving to Shanny and Rev and whatnot, you got some explaining to do. That's all I got to say. Because Jules, you don't know that you're only another donation away from me giving you the Shanny treatment. I can literally expose you so hard you won't even know it hit you. You just don't get it, and you don't know it yet, but you don't know that I do know. And you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see what I'm talking about. Because I know that you're one of their financial backers. All right? Pretending to be their friend and having them thinking that they're important or whatever. But anyway, I believe that this new scam that they're doing on here is similar to the old one, but their new scam, it's going to sound stupid. This is why I told the Carrie crowd to go and watch something else, because I'm sure you heard this a billion times on Carrie's channel. The new scam is we're hopeless, we're helpless, and we can't do nothing for ourselves. Donate to us. The way they're doing this is G-Man did this, Carrie did this, Drader did this, and I'm like I said, I don't normally like defending the Geek Room and Burnt Toast. In the beginning of this, I'm going to kind of have to do that because I had to eat humble pie when I was their friends. For those of you who don't know this, I was friends with these two. As a matter of fact, a lot of you probably don't even know who I'm talking about. Let me give you a bit of a reminder of what happened when they gave me the house the first time and we started going back and forth. I had a channel called Mark by God, and I made some videos about these people. And let me just show you what I'm talking about here before I start going into all of this. So, and then you're going to see me be nice to the Geek Room temporarily and everything. So let me do that right now. And then after I do that, I'll get into the meat and potatoes of this video. So where is it? Here we go. So hopefully my internet won't go out this time. This is on Fat Courtney Love's YouTube channel, guys. Watch this as many times as you can to support Fat Courtney Love so that you guys can see how I destroyed these two back in 2019. So check this out. Yes, that's my intro. That's my intro. That's my intro. And I know the person who owns the copyright. 1 minute, Shanny's a diva.
But may I say, I am a motherfucking diva. And I don't like some fucking fool scrub calling up my phone or freaking blowing up my phone with text messages being desperate.
The next minute, she isn't.
So you ruining a ministry that I've been holding on to for a really long time.
Ooh, because everyone should know by now that I am a petty bitch.
Are you fucking retarded? Is that what it is? Are you stupid?
I'm desperate for a mom.
So you're just gonna use for our fucking money?
Not anymore, I'm not.
What were we gonna do for money if you gave your stupid fucking mother our money?
I don't know. I'm just trying to be a good daughter.
I mean, let's just keep it real. You're a slut.
Oh, I just have really big titties, you know, the ones that you want. And
I mean, let's keep it super real. You don't even know the laws when it comes to evictions.
G-Man, consider yourself evicted. You won't talk to me. You won't listen to me. You're continuing to do this fucking tirade. Consider yourself evicted. Get the fuck out of my house. Pack your shit and go. Now.
So I was thinking about this. If anything, to get that man out of my house, I can throw, and this is all video documented, a noise and nuisance complaint in my home. That will get him evicted quick. Because there's plenty of video evidence of him yelling and screaming in my house.
You're a lover of money. You're a racist. And your head is a little bit too big because you're spending Rev's money too fast.
Especially when you're dealing with 2 white rich people compared to 1 poor black man. I mean, logically speaking, G-Man.
Now, a lot of you may think her using the N-word was the most offensive thing that she ever said to me, but I told Shanny to her face. I'm not talking about no video response and nothing like that. Because like I said, I was friends with these people. And I told Shanny to her face the most offensive thing that she ever said to me. And I'm not going to sit here and lie. There was a lot of people of color that saw her say this. That, how can I put this, wanted to do her bodily harm. Not just in my family, but in the town that I used to live in, which is Scranton or whatever, when I was inside that house or whatever, right? So, this hurts. But you want to know what, though? I forgave these 2. I forgave them. Started making some positive videos, telling people that, you know, I didn't want no more beef with them. I told them that I knew all the stuff that they did and I forgave them. And a lot of people was texting me and telling me, not texting me, in my comment sections were telling me, G-Man, you know, you're never going to get the house, so stop being nice to them and all this other stuff and whatnot. And I didn't care. I told them that they can take that house and shove it up their rear ends. That's basically what I told them, without cussing, because I don't cuss when I'm on here or whatnot, because I'm trying to represent Christ when I'm on here. You know what I mean? For the people who are not Christians, I don't expect you to understand that. For the people who are Christians, you totally understand what I'm talking about. But I forgave these 2. We eventually reconciled. They contacted me. I started helping them with their bills over there in Colorado. And they ultimately gave me back the house or whatever, right? Where everything started to really become a problem with me and them again was when I helped Rev find a job and he told me he didn't want to work. I'm not going into the details of that story. My story ain't going to change. You can find video after video after video after video with me talking about that. All right? That's when everything started to go downhill with between me and them or whatever. You know what I mean? In terms of like the second time around and when they left Boulder and they came to when they came to Scranton at the time or whatever, you know what I mean? And I had possession of that house at the time. You know what I mean? Everything went to the toilet when I realized that the Geek Room, Dragnut, I didn't know nothing about a carry until later on. So let's just stick to the people I knew about. Burnt Toast. Burnt Toast embarrassed me when I went on her YouTube channel and she showed me that they was drinking in a house after I thought they wasn't doing it because they knew the consequences for that. They knew the consequences. I didn't know they were doing that. It was goes to show I wasn't watching the videos, Dragnut, the way you claimed I was. Okay? So I didn't know what they were drinking. I didn't know about all these other little things that people were showing me on their channels via the archives and whatnot. When I started paying attention to these you can go look at the videos. You'll see me saying, wow, these archive channels might actually be a little beneficial because I'm starting to learn about what people. And I have to admit that Burnt Toast. Give me a second here, guys. That's Clubhouse notification. Okay, there we go. Let me put that on Do Not Disturb. I started realizing that the Geek Room, Burnt Toast, Jules Tells All, BGTV, Ms. Parker, and all, these people were correct for the most part about Shanny. Shanny, and I hope you're paying attention to this, Shanny, because there is a reason why I want nothing to do with you ever again. These people were correct about what they were saying about you. Now, I'm gonna rebuke these same people in a minute. I'm just being fair right now because I know my personality and I know how I am. These people were correct about you, Shanny. Rev, they were correct about you. There's more evidence against the two of you than there is against O.J. Simpson about what they said he did to Nicole Simpson or whatever. There's more evidence against you guys than there is to convict O.J. Simpson. So when you go back and you look at the archives, and it ain't them doing fancy editing. It's literally just you talking. Now, they make some opinions about you guys that I know are not true. But 99, 90, not 99, I would say about 97% of the things that they say about you two are true. And you couldn't defend yourself if you wanted to, but we're going to get to that in a minute. So let me just get that out there again, that these people were correct. I already apologized via the stuff for the Shanny and Rev stuff. Now, let's move forward here a little bit. Y'all got to understand something about these two. It ain't just the fact that they lie. They don't know how to stop lying. Y'all remember the whole tire incident? And usually when I get on here and I go live, I usually do this. I usually show everybody this one picture here. This is the part that I don't think I've shown you guys. I know I went on Drag's channel and I showed everybody this. Let me show you something here real quick. Okay, I can't do it that way. I'm going to have to remove myself. Take a look at this here real quick. You've heard myself and One Bad B talk about the dry rotted tire. You've heard other people talk about the dry rotted tire. Now, you've seen the videos, if you go to XX Archive, where Shanny and Rev are blaming Dragnut and blaming the, like I said, this is why I had to apologize, because I went off. I went off on these people. I was mad because this happened on my property. Shanny and Rev convinced me that these people came on a property and they destroyed their tire. You can go to their channel. You'll eventually hear, not their channel. You can go look at the archives and you can go see them going back to admit that the tire was dry rotted. This is important for the people that are donating to Shanny and Rev. These two are compulsive liars. I caught the last couple of, I can't get through their entire stream, but I've seen the last couple of streams that they did on Instagram. Y'all need to understand something. They're doing better than y'all think they are. And some of you are spending your paychecks and taking some of your money that could be going into the mouths of your kids, to your daughters and your son, and you're helping two people that are doing probably a little better than you. I'm just letting you guys know, because my hands are clean. One of you need to go there and look at that rod that they got. Go. Listen to me. Listen to me. Do your research. That's all I can say. Just do your research. Do whatever it is that you guys were doing before I woke up. You'll see I'm not lying to you. They're doing better than you think. Looking all poor and pathetic. Yeah, right. If you think I wasn't, if you think that I didn't want to deal with them financially before, I'm really staying away from them. Because they're suckering a lot of people in here. And Jules, you kind of deserve it. And I'm going to get to you in a minute. But let's stick on to what I'm talking about here. I don't know how many of you are watching Drag's private stream that he did on his channel when he did his members only stream. But I showed everybody this. This one, I don't think I got to remove myself from the room. You're going to see what really happened to that tire here real quick. Can you guys see that? There's a nail or a screw sticking out of the tire. You want to know why I know about this? Is I paid the guy. I bought the tire and I paid the guy to fix the tire. Shanny and Rev will tell you one thing, and then it will be something totally different that actually happened to them, so that they can get sympathy on the internet. You don't know how angry I was when I saw that. The one thing that they are telling you the truth about is that I'm telling you, there were days Shanny wished that she wasn't living there. I'm not going to lie. I verbally ripped them apart a few times. You guys didn't know about it because I was at war with the Dragoons. And when I'm at war with somebody, I'm not going to make you privy to everything that's going on. Just like I don't expect you to make me privy to everything. And it still boils my blood that I was stupid enough to believe these two. That's why I'm trying to learn as much as I can about narcissism as I possibly can. I don't know as much as you guys know about that. That's a new topic to me. I know about pride, and I know about things like that. But narcissism, I'm still learning, right? What was the other thing I wanted to bring up? Because that wasn't the only thing. Jason, I'm talking directly to you because I'm not calling you Rev. Because it seems like whenever you guys want to address me, you want to use my real name. So you know what? It's just time to give you a taste of your own medicine. Jason, let me ask you something. When you was locked up and you was in jail, what do you think your woman was doing? I'm gonna keep it $1, and I know you're watching this. I'm not gonna keep it $1.50. I'm gonna keep it $2. All right. Your kids were calling me daddy. Your woman gave me her hand, and I could have, listen to me. You don't understand this, dude. I could have had your cars towed off of my property at the time. I could have changed the locks, and I could have made Shanny go to court and made you be incarcerated for a very long time if I wanted to. And if I was interested in Shanny the way you're talking about, I would have had your family like that. Because you can't do nothing for them except run around as a gopher and go to the store for them. If I wanted your family, I could have had them. The fact that you got out of jail and you was able to go back there proves I wasn't interested in Shanny from day one. And you need to understand it. I'm going to talk to Shanny, Rev, and why don't you just sit to the side? Because you're stupid. You believe everything she tells you. I'm going to talk to Shanny here for a minute. Shanny, you are a lazy pig that don't want to do anything for yourself. We both know you get insurance. We both know you can get liposuction. We both know that you can get surgery and they can staple your stomach and prevent you from getting a certain amount of food in your body. Then you can lose your weight. You're not doing that because you want people to feel sorry for you. Because if they see you actually do that, then you got a reason to go to work. And this is where Carrie and everybody else who's talking about you is telling the truth. I believe that Carrie, somebody should give Carrie a house or $100,000 or something like that. I believe that somebody should give Drader a house or $100,000 or whoever took the time out to expose you people. I'm talking about you, Shanny and Rev. That these people deserve a financial reward for the time and energy that they put in for exposing you to. How do you think I feel that you that you attempted to, well, you ain't attempt, you did manipulate me for a little bit. You had me fooled for a little bit, but what messed you up was Jason Egroff. He was the one, JWE, the one who says his name on here all the time. Don't tell me I'm dropping him. He gets on here and he says his name. He's also the author of the Tango Saga or whatever. Don't buy it. So anyway, how do you think I feel, Shanny, knowing that you played me? If I knew those people was telling the truth, you wouldn't even got one day in there. I'd have put you guys in the hotel from that time for like about a week and then left you alone. You never intended on working. Neither one of you. You never intended, like I said, that video that Drader made brought back some hurt memories, man. You never intended on working. You never intended on taking care of yourself. You never intended on doing any paperwork or anything like that. All you want to do is live off somebody else's efforts. You don't even want to be a housewife. It's like you want to be this slug that lies down in your own filth all day and just go, give me. Pretend you have a college education. Pretend you have fibromyalgia. Pretend you have osteopain or whatever you call that garbage. And then you convince people like dummies like Jules. You convince the geek room. This is when I'm going to start getting mean now. All right. You convince those people that that you're going through, and you're not. You're not going through these things. Listen to me. The only reason these people give you any money, Shanny, is that you could create content, and that because let's say, for example, Jules give you $10, right, for whatever it is that you're doing, right? Jules, and I'm just using Jules as an example, is making $500 to $1,000 making videos on you. Let's say the Geek Room gives you $20. And let's say the Geek Room spends a week talking about you. They're going to make the same amount of money. They don't care about you. But that's neither here nor there. You call them your people. Do you know who called CPS on you, Shanny? The people that was getting people to call CPS, people who made people aware, it's the people that's donating to you right now. The same hypocrites that was coming to me and telling me that I was financially supporting you are the people that's supporting you right now. And Jules is a hypocrite. And if her audience were really respectable people, see, I don't care if they donate to Jules, because you got to understand how this works. When you donate to Jules, Jules takes a portion of that money and she gives it to Shanny. Think about that a minute. The Geek Room fans can never claim that they don't give Shanny any money. Yes, you do. When you donate to the Geek Room, when you donate to Jules, when you donate to Burnt Toast, you're donating to Shanny. When you give Carrie $1, not 1 cent of that is going to Shanny. When you donate to Michael, none of that money is going to Shanny. When you donate to Drader, none of that money is going to Shanny. And you want to know what? Me and David Weiser ain't seeing eye to eye on some things. Or David Anthony, whatever the heck his name is. You know what I mean? Back in the day, he used to have a channel called David Weiser. Now he calls himself David Anthony. Who knows? He might be David Goliath or whatever. I don't know, because I haven't been watching his channel. But the point is that if you donate to David, it's not going to go to Shanny. So don't get on here criticizing Shanny for the things that she's doing, and you're supporting her by supporting Jules and supporting Burnt Toast and supporting the Geek Room. She's running a scam. Oh, they got to get on here and defend themselves because everybody's lying about them, especially Carrie. What is Carrie lying about? When are you going to show one receipt, just one receipt that Carrie's a liar? And more importantly than that, Rev or Jason, when are you going to prove I'm lying about anything? You think the best way to get something out of me is to get on here and do things that annoy me and that get on my nerves? Listen to me, boy. Because you ain't no man. That ain't the way you get anything out of me. And as far as your Christianity goes, Rev, in one of your streams, and I uploaded that to my main channel because there's only certain people that I wanted to see that. I don't expect to get like all of these views on my other channel with that. I wanted people to hear you say that on your channel, you're going to be using the F-bomb. And then some of the other stuff that you said. Then I was asking the question, is this person a Christian? You want to know why Christians are not donating to you, dude? You want to know why I don't donate to you? Vecco doesn't sacrificially give. You want to know why? Because you live in willful sin and you don't feel sorry about it. We've been telling you for years about your mouth and you keep doing it. Fine. There are consequences. Listen to me. There's consequences for G-Man making this video right now. There are consequences for me breathing. There's consequences for everything that we do in life. And there are going to be consequences when you get on here and you say things like that. Ain't nobody going to be in the power of the Holy Spirit go, wow, that's the Lord speaking. No, they're not. And they're not going to go to you and donate to you thinking what you said on there is something that Christ supports. You're doing the exact opposite. You think kissing the butt of YouTubers is going to incite Christians to come on here and donate to you. Doesn't work that way. You know, I've donated in the past, nothing big or nothing like that, to Carrie and even a Dragnut one time or twice or 3 times or whatever. Because when somebody makes a valid point on here, they're making a valid point, whether I like the person or not. If he gets on here and says, watch out for Shanny, whenever she's about to do this, she does this, and then the man shows a receipt for it. And he shows proof for it. And he shows a pattern. You can't say anything. You can't get mad at Carrie and all these other people because they convinced me that you are a monster because I was there in person and I see what you two are like. Yeah, Shanny, you're right. Most of the day you lay in the bed and you don't do anything else. But then you want to tell everybody that people are firing you, getting you fired from jobs. And then you want to get on here and say people are picking on you when you're getting on here teasing people who get welfare, teasing poor people, talking bad about to the same people that you want to donate to you. You ain't defending yourself. You're making yourself look like a fool. Now, my Bible tells me that the fool has said in his heart that there is no God. But you want to know what else is a fool? You want to know who else is a fool? Somebody that wants to get on here, think they can do whatever they want and think there's not going to be any consequences. There are consequences for all of us. If Carrie, for example, gets on here and says one positive thing, one about G-Man, there are consequences for it. She says anything negative about me, there's going to be consequences for it. Not for me. I'm just saying this in general. She can say something positive about Pee Wee Herman, who, by the way, passed away not that long ago. There are consequences. There are good and bad consequences for those things. Everything we do have consequences. You are not above that, Shanny. You have offended. You got on your channel, and from what I can understand, like I said, I'm not a fan of the Geek Room, but right is right and wrong is wrong. You were laughing about one of their friends dying. That's going to have consequences. It's funny how the Geek Room is supporting the person who was laughing at one of their friends dying, but that's neither here nor there. But you can't expect the Geek Room to be saying positive things about somebody who would do something like that and never even got on here and owned or apologized about those things. There's consequences for those things. And I feel bad. And listen, you can't defend this stuff, Shanny. You can't. Revs, listen to me. A lot of you probably know this, but he has like maybe 4 relatives, and that's it, that are direct descendants of him. His uncle was one of them. And right now, the Egroff name is being humiliated and embarrassed because he's allowing Jabba the Hutt's daughter to train him dry. He will be ruined. He will be financially broken. And then Shanny will call him every name in a book afterward when they're kicked out of that house. And so will Rev. Because these selfish pieces of garbage won't get up and do something for themselves. If you're going to help somebody on here, guys, listen to me. When I was helping them financially, they always told me, G-Man, if I can find a job, I will work. G-Man, if I can find a job. They wasn't telling the truth about that. Then enough was enough. They don't want to help themselves. Listen to me. For those of you who don't got channels, there's a certain amount of money you can make on social media. I couldn't believe it when they came down from Colorado and they was at the house and they showed me how much money they made on that road trip. Thanks to all of the viewership that they had, that woman had close to $2,000 on her phone that she made in ad revenue. It was about 1,000 something, but she made good money. That's why a lot of us was mad when y'all flagged out. But now I'm looking back at it and I'm like, good job, guys. You know what I mean? But she made all of this ad revenue. And Shanny and Rev are always talking about getting what they've been on YouTube X amount of years, particularly Shanny more than Rev. But they've been on YouTube for all these years and they deserve to get their coin. And that's what this is about. Shanny can get a job. Make no mistake about it. She can get a job. And so can Jason. Both of them can get a job. I don't even know if this dude really worked at Burger King. Maybe he did. I don't know. But they both can get a job. They don't want that. See, the same way Rev and Carrie already pointed this out. Again, I told the audience to go watch something else if you've already heard this a million times. But Carrie pointed this out, that Rev inherited all of this money. He didn't do anything for it. His mother did all the work. He inherited all of this money. He spent all of it, and now he thinks by getting on here going, mental health. And I'm going to do a video on mental health to prove to you guys he's full of it. Especially if he's claiming to be a Christian. That don't apply to us. And I'm going to show you why. A lot of the stuff that this dude's saying about the Bible, y'all need to just go in here and go out the other one. Because he don't know what he's talking about. Rev is delusional. Okay? So his new goal now is, and Shanny's new goal is to use all of you for money. Why get a job when we can just get on here and beg all day? I mean, it's successful thanks to Jules and the Geek Room and Burnt Toast and all of their supporters. All of that audience, all that fan base is now supporting Shanny. I'm going on Instagram. I'm looking at the viewership that's on there. 600 views, 1,000 views for talking about absolutely nothing. And I'm like, what? As a matter of fact, let me prove it to you guys. Hold on. Let me show you her Instagram here real quick. Just give me 1 second here. I want to show you her Instagram. I want to show you this here real quick. I want you all to take a look at this. Now, I don't know if she's making any, oh, you can't see it when you, it's different than the phone. It's very different than the phone. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show everybody on the phone because it's not the same thing as on the phone. I'm going to show you guys here this real quick. Hold on. You can't see the viewership. It's very interesting how the phone works as opposed to the, but you can see the viewership that they're getting. Let me show you something here real quick. You see that there? They wasn't getting this kind of viewership when it was on Twitch. Look at this one. All of a sudden now they're making videos. I'm telling you, they're making ad revenue. They're making money on this thing. They're just not telling you about it. And they're acting like they're hopeless and they're not making anything. You know, y'all need to wake up and realize, and look at this one here. Look at that one, 1,000 views. I'm not stupid. I've been around these two. I know what they're up to. They're not fooling nobody over here. They're not fooling me, that's for sure. Especially that new rod that he got. I know the whole layout for where they live and how far the piece of places from them. And I was always wondering, if he doesn't have a car, Rev doesn't like to walk, how is he getting all the way over there? I know where the store where he get the Delta 8 is. How does he get over there? I know all about that area there. Turns out they got a new vehicle. So how did they get the new vehicle? I'm not saying that Jules and a Geek Room bought them a new car. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that they're not doing as bad as they make themselves out to be. When he was on the news, they was doing bad. When they first went back there, they were doing bad. When they were living in a hotel, they're not doing bad right now. And when they were living in that house, when I was the owner there, they wasn't doing nowhere near as bad as they made themselves out to be. Make no mistake about it. They were eating. They had clothing. As a matter of fact, one of the shirts that I bought Shanny, she still has because she wears it from time to time. She ain't playing me no more. Now she's playing the Dragoons. But I don't know. Somehow the Dragoons are making money off of it. I don't know. Somehow they're making money off of it, even though they barely talk about the woman. So now they're making all these videos defending themselves and defending themselves and defending themselves and defending themselves and defend. Listen to me. There's nothing to defend. Literally everything. And I'm going to go back to Carrie now, because I know there's a lot of Carrie's enemies like to talk about her forehead. They like to talk about the topics that she talks about on her channel. They like to talk about her fingernails and all this other stuff and whatnot. Teddy Bear likes to talk about the way she's saying and all this other mess. But when it's time to start dealing with the nuts and the bolts, everything that Carrie's saying about those two is 100% correct. By the way, Carrie, you have a nice forehead. The only opinion you should worry about is the opinion of Michael, and that's it. Okay? That's the only opinion that matters. And I'm not sucking up to her or anything like that. I'm spitting facts. The new financial supporters are the group that is formerly known as the Dragoons. They're the ones supporting Shanny and Rep now. There's no big mystery who's doing it. They think it hurts Carrie, so they're going to keep doing it. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't think Carrie cares. If anything, she's probably in her house laughing her butt off, realizing how much money that they're wasting. taking food out of the mouths of their own families to give the two people who are just going to buy marijuana with it or a marijuana substitute with it, get liquid courage, and then get on here. And that's another thing. I want to talk directly to you, Jason. I want to talk direct, and you guys can go back to him and tell him I said this. I don't really care. Why is it that you can only make a video when you're high? You want to know why? Because you practice witchcraft. Now, I'm going to play a video on this channel, not today, but I'm going to prove that witches believe that you have to constantly be on drugs in order to do anything that they actually believe in. I'm going to prove it. You'll hear it coming directly out of their own mouth. They're going to tell you the specific drugs that you got to take. The reason why he sits here and says that Jesus doesn't care if you do it and that is legal in Christianity is because he needs an excuse to practice it. But I can show him what's going to happen to the people if they keep doing it and they stand before Christ. And he can go to the Greek, he can go to the Hebrew, he can go to whatever, he can go to Latin, he can go whatever he wants. It's going to say the same thing. It's condemnation. I'll prove it in my next video or in one of my videos on my other channel because I'm going to expose him over there too. I'm not going to just expose him here, especially when it comes to his claims about the scripture. Neither one of these two, I don't think I've ever been in a church a day in their life. They probably don't even know how to spell pastor. They don't even know how a church service even works. All they know how to do is go to a church and go, I have fibromyalgia. And I have osteos pain and borderline personality disorder. And I have temper issues. Can you spare a quarter? That's all they know how to do. They're worse than the prosperity pimps. I would say that Shanny is worse than Benny Hinn. That's going around getting his coat claiming he's giving people the anointing. She's a con artist, a charlatan, and a fake and a fraud. And I challenge Shanny to prove that there's an origin to her coming to Christ. I can show you old videos where her being, she ain't all that different. I can show you a video on Fundy Archive back before these two got together, back for those of you who have known me for this long, some of you haven't, but I think maybe Malakote and Sabella, and especially Sabella, and a couple of other people in here, Bruce Shepard, if he's watching or whatever, will know what I'm talking about in a minute. But when Eve and Galaxy Dreams became atheists, like I could go back that far and show you that Shanny was the exact same person that she is now. That there's no real change here. Like you can only say that somebody's immature, but so long before you finally start seeing, nope. And I'm not the only person saying this. All of her old friends from back in the Great Debate days, none of us believe she's saved. None of us. Or Rev. So congratulations to the reaction channels. You are right. Shanny, your scam of trying to defend yourself ain't working. First of all, those new viewers that you got ain't nothing but a sock account for these dragoons. That's all it is. That's all it is. Then you got your last hope. What's going to happen when people don't even trust Rev no more? Yeah, he might have a teeny weeny percentage of people who are giving him sympathy. A little bit of sympathy, teeny weeny bit of sympathy. But he's losing that rapidly every single day. Rev, you remember when I said that if you left Shanny and you did a GoFundMe, people wouldn't? I don't think nobody's going to do that no more, dude. I think you blew that. That last fight that you had with Shanny, when you was trying to say that you were right, nobody was really defending you except for, all I said was, good job, you stood for yourself. You stood up for yourself. That's all I said. Nobody's getting on here saying that Rev's right about that. No, dude. You're losing support rapidly. And Shanny, if you're gonna brag about your man, make sure you remind everybody that your man, your Revy Poo, your coochie coo, is the same guy that drop kicked your kid. Just remind everybody of that. I mean, like somebody's got to take that clip and put it on Instagram. That she's madly in love with a man who beat up her kid. But you want to know what, though? This is when I'm going to get savage. Beast mode time now. I shouldn't be too surprised about that considering your ex-husband, Chris. Because according to you, Shanny, and by the way, I don't believe your claim. I do not believe it. But let me remind everybody what Shanny said about Chris. She said that Chris, how can I put this? That he RPED'd her. And she's still madly in love with her RPIST. She's still madly in love with him. Just like she's madly in love with a man who abused her kid. Took her babies away. Just keeping it real, ladies and gents. I'm just going by her claims. Again, if you haven't seen Drader's video, Drader should have 1 million views. 1 million views he should have because of that masterpiece that he put together, reminding everybody of what she was like when she had money, what her claims was, and how she's talking now. Somebody please just give her $5,000. All of a sudden, oh, I did a haul and I did this and I got that and I got this, and all of a sudden my bones magically start working again and I can walk around. Somebody needs to hire a private eye just to watch that house. I'm telling you, the woman is not as beat up as y'all might think she is. And they're doing better than a lot of you think. And I'm not trying to stop people from donating. I want to make something perfectly clear here. I hear a lot of you, just donate to Shanny to get Carrie mad. Listen to me. Whether you donate to them or not is irrelevant. I don't care if you donate to them. It ain't my money getting wasted no more. Hallelujah. Isn't it ironic that the people that got me to stop doing it are the people that's actually caught up in that trap? Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Y'all all deserve it. You all deserve it. Because if you're supporting those, if you're supporting like the Jules and financially supporting the Geek Room and financially support, your money is going to find their way into the pockets of Shanny and Rev. Because those got con women and not con men know exactly what they're doing. I'm not saying that they don't have the right to eat. I'm not saying that they don't have a right to be able to get on here and try to get money to get clothing and whatnot. But most of the time when they're doing their videos, they're buying Delta 8. I just want to let you know what they're doing. Let me explain to you my testimony regarding Shanny and Rev. All right. They always told you guys. Let me make sure I go to this chat here real quick. Let's do that here. They always told you guys over and over and over again about how bad they was doing inside that house, right? What was it? Oh, I let them live there rent free. And if the uncle's watching this, don't let Shanny turn the computer off. Please, just listen to me for a moment, okay? Do not let her overtalk. Just hear me out on this. I let them live in that house rent free for almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. Not a dime. But then Rev tells me that this woman made close to $1,000 in ad revenue. What was that? Twitch, Rumble, or wherever that mess that she was on, YouTube or whatever. I don't know. But I have to go on a XX archive and find out, because that was the saga when they lived inside the house. They told me this woman was making close to $1,000, and they ain't offer me a dime. They didn't offer me a dime. I said, wait a minute. You guys got me coming all the way over here from New Jersey, buying you pizza, buying you food, buying clothes for your children that are not even mine, feeding kids that are not even mine, providing for these kids that are not even mine, and she's making money, and none of that money is listen to me. They have money to buy heaters. You guys got to understand why I'm so angry at those two. You need to understand why I'm so angry at these two. All right? I'm not angry for nothing. They had money to buy heaters. They had money to get a car. They had money to get this stuff. They just took their money and they were buying Delta 8 and Delta 8 and Delta 8 and Delta 8. Then I was told, let me just show you guys something here real quick. I was told that The Delta 8 took away her pain. I ain't know nothing about this stuff. I ain't do no real research. I briefly went on a video. I did a video on this channel and I talked about how cannabis or oil associated with cannabis, which is what I was told by Shanny, was able to take away the pain. This is what I was told. So I'm like, okay, you have fibro, you have osteo and all the other stuff and whatnot. And I noticed whenever they smoke that stuff, all of a sudden she can walk around and she can do this and she can do that. And yes, she was doing all of that stuff and else whenever she was on her Delta 8 stuff. So I said, okay, maybe it took away her pain. They got me real good on that one. Real good. Now, when I stopped being friends with them and I stopped buying that stuff for them, you know what I mean? All of a sudden now she wants to sit there and talk about how she's got all this debilitating pain. If Shanny was in all of this debilitating pain, common sense would tell everybody that that what she had, and like I said, I hear Carrie talking about this and Draven and something. Go to the doctor. Oh, doctor ain't doing nothing because muscle relaxers don't work. 800 milligrams of ibuprofen doesn't work. The only thing that works is cannabis. Like McFly. She got me on that one. Now she's getting some of these other people on here. Believing that cannabis is the only thing that can help her. And Rev, one more thing I want to say to you, dude. You get on here and you say things like, you're the same person. You used to be on alcohol. Now you're on weed. You are not the same person no more. I believe in something called soul ties or soul transfer or spirit transfer, which is why we Christians shouldn't be so quick to join ourselves with non-believers or even let them touch us or bless us or anything like that. Because I believe that they can take something unclean and try to put it in us or try to curse us or something like that, right? You have been inside of Shanny. Oh, God. Oh, 1 second here, guys. Hold on a minute. Got it. I can't believe I actually said that. Hold on. Ugh. Oh, God, man. Let me get some bubble gum. I got some spearmint here. Hold on. Get some bubble gum. Ugh. Oh, ugh. Oh. He's, oh, God, his mouth. Oh, I think I'm going to throw up. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Woo! I'm not going to say that again. I almost threw up. You have become one with Shanny. So oh God. You have been with her. I can deal with that, right? Let me get this out of my head real quick. Okay. So whatever was in her spirit is now in your spirit. And now you have some of the same ideas and this. Oh God, I can't get that out of my head now. Why did I say that? I need to start writing scripts for my when I'm talking about these two because oh God. Anyway. Jesus. We have the victory. I have to get something else in my head because oh God, man. Oh Lord. Anyway. Whatever was in her is in you now, and you're practicing and doing the same things that she's been doing, Rev. You're literally becoming her. You said that if it was legal to worship women, you would do it. Rev, you know what you remind me of, Rev? I wish Drightnut was here because I think he would get a kick out of this one. You know what you remind me of, Rev? You remind me of a kid that couldn't afford I could not afford toys when you were growing up. And all of your friends, you don't know if they had toys or not. You just know that you couldn't afford toys. So you finally get a doll. It's not even a good one. You got that at the Salvation Army. It's missing hair. It doesn't even have an arm. It has like a half an arm or whatever. You remind me of the guy that got a toy that's beat up and ain't no good. And nobody would take it if you gave it away for free. And you're bragging to everybody about that toy. Meanwhile, everybody that you know has had thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of toys. And you barely got one that costs like $2 or whatever. And you're trying to act like you're an expert on it. You said You trying to give me advice on how to get women? What's the best way to do this without me getting rebuked by the church later? What is the best way to do this? Okay, I put it to you this way, Rev. I can go in there and I can show you all the stuff that I got. I can show you money. I can show you a lot of things that you wish you had. I can do that, but I'm not going to do that. You want to know what? I turned down more women in a day than anybody complimenting you for the entire year. I'm not going to say for your whole life, but I'm going to say for the whole year. I don't think you're very self-aware of what you're presenting on social media. Okay? Superficially, you're nothing but a bag of bones. You can barely pick up 20 pounds. This is me humbling you, Rev, because if you came at me with humility, I wouldn't be talking to you like this. I would probably take the criticism and then walk away with it, with a grin on my face or whatever, laughing at you, but I wanted to keep it to myself. But you want to give me female advice? You want to get on here and teach people how to, oh God, oh Lord, okay. You want to teach people how to please a woman like Shanny, right? I don't even know where to start because I've never been in this position before. So anyway, so here's the thing, Rev. I can compliment a Carrie without wanting anything from her. I can compliment another woman on here and don't want nothing from them. I am very secure in my skin. If I got it, I got it. And if I don't, I don't. Praise be the name of the Lord for either or. I'm not the one on YouTube begging strangers for money on a regular basis. What I will do from time to time, which is very different than what you do, is I tell people if they feel like it, they can give to the Cash App. If they don't want to give to the Cash App, don't. I'm going to make my content either way. It ain't going to hurt me. If you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel, subscribe. No one's making nobody do it. If you want to unsubscribe, unsubscribe to the channel. Social media does not make me who I am. And I certainly don't need no barracuda to define who I am. I don't know what your issue is, dude, but I'm not jealous of you. I certainly don't want your woman because I had the opportunity. William and Zachary was calling me daddy. William and Zachary was calling me daddy. William and Zachary was calling me daddy. I am waiting for Shanny to say that was not the case. Then I'm really going to humiliate her. William and, because what I will do is get a hold of those two and have them admit it. I'm savage. I don't play games on here. All right? William and Zachary was calling me daddy. And you was ready to give your body to me. Oh, God. Y'all got to understand something. I know a lot of you don't like One Bad Bee, but she was not exaggerating when she talked about their smell. Y'all got to understand this. Let's say Shanny was attractive. Let's say that Shanny was a supermodel. Let's say Shanny was somebody that we all wanted. We all had to fight for her. I want you to imagine her looking like the most beautiful thing on the planet, right? But when she comes to you and she walks over to you, how many of you watch Warner Brothers? Used to watch Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and that kind of stuff. I don't know how old a lot of you are. A lot of you probably mega young, so a lot of you probably don't even know this stuff. But used to watch Bugs Bunny. How many of you know who Pepe Le Pew is? You know the skunk that used to go after the cat that used to disguise himself like a skunk or whatever? Or the paint would fall on him. He would mistake the cat as a skunk. Pepe Le Pew. Shanny smelled like Actually, I smelled a skunk before. That's a bad example. Imagine cigarette smoke. If you've ever had Delta 8, then you know how it smells. Imagine cigarette smoke, Delta 8 smoke. Imagine not washing your body and you're funky, but just imagine an extreme case of funkiness, right? The smell of urine, mold. Have you ever been around clothes that has been in a laundry bag that got wet and moldy and didn't smell good to begin with, and it's been sitting there for months, and well, not months, like days or whatever, and you smell it? Combine all of that together, and you got this woman that's attractive coming to you, and that's what she smells like. And you're telling me I'm supposed to be jealous of that? They both were smelling like that. This dude, you remember, they drove all the way from listen to me. I believe in grace like the next person. They drove all the way from Colorado and came to Pennsylvania. So I can expect them not to take a shower or whatever, right? You know, they was on the road the whole time. They had no time to, get some soap and water, you know what I mean, and wash their body and everything and whatnot, right? But you're not supposed to smell like that every single day, though. You're supposed to go take a shower. The uncle had a shower there. He could have took a bath. He could have bathed. They had soap. They had water. They had shampoo. It's not like they were helpless and they had nothing. He could have bathed and they didn't want to do it. And you're going to tell me that you can smell like that and I'm supposed to be jealous? I used to be so embarrassed to go into Boost Mobile to pay for their internet service. And I'm smelling like that. I said, look, I'm just trying to help two people that need help. That was my only saving grace. Going to Walmart, you smelling like that. The convenience mart smelling like that. There's a reason why Shanny called me a narc, because she knows I'm telling the truth about this. Nobody jealous of her. And I don't need your advice about how to get a woman, Rev. The only two women, listen to me. Some of you ain't going to like this, but ain't nothing I can do about it. But the only two women I've ever seen you actively talking to and them coming back with liking you was two people. Nadia Chambers. Enough said there, right? Nadia and Shanny. The only time Spackle talked about you as a friend, or Fiona talked about you as a friend. But as far as romantic stuff goes, Nadia and Shanny. Think about that a minute. And you're giving me advice? I could go on G-Man versus the world alone and show you how dumb you sound. I can go to my G-Man versus the world hangouts and show you how dumb you sound. And then people couldn't stand the ground I was walking on, but I got compliments. They want to know if I was single. I mean, get me started with the emails and all this other stuff and whatnot. So the point is that I don't need your advice when it comes to women. I think I'm doing okay. I'm living in the last days. I'm more concerned about Christ returning than I am about poutine pie, so to speak. I have a lot of things going on in my life right now. And I mean a lot. The last thing I need is for a parasite like Shanny to be in my life. Do you know what a parasite is, Rev? Somebody that sucks everything out of you and don't give you anything? Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I want my stuff back. I want my stuff back. I want my stuff. What, you want, some old mail? I don't even have that no more. What, you want, your lint? The dust that was in there? What stuff do you want back? Be a little bit more specific. My lightsaber that you admitted that you gave me for rent, even though that's not how I got it. If you want to be technical about how I got it, Rev, because I gave you all that Delta 8. You don't. This is why you don't want to respond to any of the videos that I make. And you have the ability to do it. You're just not man enough to do it. You're not man enough to do it, dude. You can try that garbage with some of these other youth. You better not try that with me. All right? Oh, boy. It's like being on social media. You're constantly battling what another person said. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But anyway, thank God I'm past that part. So I don't need no advice from you. The Geek Room, the Jules, and all of them are going to continue to support you because they believe by doing that, you're getting Carrie mad. Carrie doesn't care. She does not care. She's too busy being number one. Carrie doesn't care. She's focusing on being number one. Carrie doesn't care. She only cares about making her videos and talking to her audience. I think Carrie would care more if the kids were there. Because, they'll be getting their can of corn and their Vienna sausages while Shanny be eating a steak and potatoes or whatever, right? Ain't that right, Shanny? Shanny, who was the one who fed your kids, Shanny? I'm just curious. Because it wasn't you. Who bought your kids clothes, Shanny? It wasn't you. And you had an income. Lying to everybody on here saying you ain't had no income. And when I find that picture, because she did email it to me, I just don't remember if it was Facebook or whether or not it was on email. I'm going to show everybody what she showed me that day. She actually emailed it to me, and she showed me she called it her bank that she made, and she was going to rile you guys up and get you guys to keep watching her and keep watching her. She's going to keep making all of this money. This woman knows what she's doing. Like, see, here's the thing. Who's playing who on here? Is it Jules and the Geek Room and these other people who are donating to Shanny? Are they playing Shanny or is Shanny playing them? Like I said, that's a nice new ride they got. The only ride that they had that was better than that, and I'm talking about Rev. Now listen to me, Rev. I'm even talking about the car that you had when you lived, before you made the mistake and moved to Colorado. That car, the only car you ever had that was better than that is that Durango. That car you guys pretty nice. Car you guys pretty nice. So listen to me. Keep that in mind, Rev. The next time you get on here, you start begging and saying you ain't got no money. Because if I was in your position, Rev, and I was doing as bad as you said you was doing, there would be a for sale sign on that car. I would get the bus, which only costs about $1 and some change, $1 and some change, to get on every day to go where I need to go. And I wouldn't be concerned about a car and worry about insurance and worry about gas. I would sell the car, get as many G's as I can get for it, and live. But it's not your MO. See, some of this stuff doesn't really bother me in the sense that you're not tricking me. You're tricking some of these other people on here. Little teeny weeny percentage of people on here that think they're funny. Keep tricking them. But you ain't tricking G-Man. These days are over. You want to know why we're not friends, Rev? No more? You keep getting on your channel, and you keep telling everybody that the reason why we're not friends because I said that Shanny was being violent. That's not why we're not friends no more. Shanny, we're not friends, Shanny, because when I needed surgery and I couldn't help you no more for a little bit, and I can go show you the Skype conversation if you guys want it. I did it on Drag's members only stream. And I'll do it again if anybody ever wants to see it. But I told you I wasn't going to be able to help you for about a week. When same day of surgery, wasn't going to take very long. I would have went back to work and I started helping you. You couldn't even help yourself for a week. Then you got on Twitch. I think that's what that was. If it wasn't Twitch, I'm looking really stupid right now, but go on Access Archive. No. I think you got to type in Cult of Shanny. And then they'll show you the saga when they was in the hotel or whatever. I think that's what y'all call it. And she said that she was going to get blood clots, and I gave her a death sentence. Now, I worked pretty hard to present myself on YouTube a certain way. And then you got this otter. No, not an otter. Bigfoot. Bigfoot is actually slim and muscular and everything. You got this Teletubby. No, I don't want to insult them. Barney the purple dinosaur. No. You got this giant piece of doo-doo getting on here and telling everybody that G-Man gave her a death sentence and that she knew she was going to get blood clots in her legs. That is why I'm no longer friends with you, Rev. Not to mention if you combine all of the other stuff that you guys did prior to that. And Shanny, I know it hurts, Shanny. I know it hurts to realize that you was able to trick Doug. You was able to trick Chris. You was even able to play Rev. Although I think Rev's playing you right now and you deserve it, to be perfectly honest. But it bothers your ego to know you couldn't get me. Shanny, I have standards. First of all, I'm a man of God. I have standards. And I don't just go around dating anybody. And you should have picked up on that when I told your mother that you had to get a job before I actually physically saw you. This is just phone talk or whatever. That was one of a bunch of things I was going to bring up. I had issues with the cussing. I had issues with the way you presented yourself on social media. Whether or not you thought you was going to be on camera and I was going to be in the back. What kind of crack cocaine was you smoking if you believe I was going to be anything like Rev? You must be crazy. As far as I'm concerned, you was an absolute nobody on social media. You haven't done anything. What I look like being in the background? Like I said, I have standards and I have self-respect. You are doing nothing for yourself. And in my opinion, I look at you as a low-value woman. You're not the virtuous woman that's mentioned in the scriptures. You're not somebody that a man in the scriptures would bend over backwards to try to get. You are not a catch and you are not a prize. Forget the physical stuff. You pretend to be worthless. And then you get mad when people talk to you about being worthless. Where's your value, Shanny? Hey, Rev, where's the value in your woman? I'm listening. Where's the value in your woman? You brag about her. Well, listen to me. It's not like you're getting on here. Let's pick somebody other than Carrie, because I use her as a lot of examples on here. This one's gonna tick off some people, but I think this would be a little bit of fun. Tell me something. Who's worth more, Sabella or Shanny? Sabella works. Hallelujah. She has a job. That already makes her more valuable than you, Shanny. Or, truthfully, Trisha. She has her own business. What's your excuse, Shanny? There are some women on here that get welfare checks and Social Security. At least they can offer some food. What exactly are you offering, Shanny? The word worthless entails somebody who brings absolutely nothing into a relationship. You can't even go to the store. I would literally be dating a vegetable. And Rev gets on here and he brags about dating a vegetable. He's getting on here bragging about dating a vegetable. Hey, Rev, I'll tell you what. Why don't you have Shanny go outside your house right now? Ask all of the women that are of legal age. Yeah, keep the kids out of this. But get all the women on that block, including the elderly women, to come outside their house. And I guarantee you, every last one of them are better and more valuable than Shanny. If I'm wrong, Rev, and I'm being disrespectful, let's say I'm being sinful, let's say I'm not being a godly man by saying the things that I'm saying, let's open myself up for correction. And this goes for David Anthony. Carrie can correct me, anybody they want. Okay? Because I could be wrong. The geek room. I'll open the door for the geek room to tell me why I might be wrong about this. Listen, man, he ain't on YouTube no more. I think, as a matter of fact, didn't he change his channel name again? Isn't he like the Victory Channel or like the I forget the name of it. He's not even Opiate Fred no more. He didn't change his channel name again. We'll get to that another day if I feel like getting into it. But anyway, I mean, burnt toast is bony. I would date burnt toast before I date you. Burnt toast looks a lot better than Shanny, and so does Jules. Let me see something here. If I'm wrong about this, somebody correct me. Anybody. Listen to me. If you watch the G-Man channel and you think I'm being ungodly about this, what exactly does she bring to the table? I'm looking at my chat right now. What does she bring to the table? Anything. That's the only thing I'm responding to in the chat. What does Shanny bring to the table? Listen to me. I could be wrong. Shanny, you could be watching this. What do you bring to the table? I got to eat. I like to have conversations with my spouse or my girlfriend or whatever. What do you bring to the table? Because all I hear from you is, my heart, me, myself, and I, me, myself, and I, I don't want no. That's all you ever talk about. What do you bring to the table? Anything. Somebody rebuke me. Anybody. What does this woman bring to the table? I'm being a sexist. Fine, I'll accept that. But show me what I'm. Okay, here we go. Somebody. Thank you, Porky Pay Pig. Thank you. He says, or she says, I don't know what you are. Only a knife and a fork. My God. So I would be dating somebody who can only bring a knife and a fork to the table. And that's what you're bragging about, Rev? You're bragging about somebody who can only bring a knife and a fork to the table? Because I certainly don't want that poutine pie. You. No, thank you. I ain't trying to get no crabs. I ain't trying to get no chlamydia. I ain't trying to get no HIV. I ain't trying to get none of that. Sorry. And Rev, if you're smart, you go get a blood test, dude, because you ain't looking too good, dude. Just keeping it real, dude. You want to brag? I'm not better than nobody. Before I became a Christian, that's all I did was brag. I think I know a thing or two about the topic. But Lord God, what does this woman bring to the table? She keeps talking about how dope she is, and Red keeps talking about how great she. What does she bring to the table besides a knife and a fork? What does she bring to the table besides a knife and a fork? Okay, somebody said her crabs got crabs. Okay, here we go. Some people are coming out now. Her crabs got crabs, okay. ADHD. She brings booty. He said she brings the warts. I'm sure Rev or wait a minute, hold on. G-Man out of Ritalin. So anyway, I'm done with the chat. So what exactly are you bringing to the table, Shanny? Let's talk about your dope body. Let's talk about how you look physically, right? Because I can't think of anything that you can actually do for me. Let's talk about how you look physically, right? Because you always told me that you never eat processed foods. A lot of you don't know this, but when I did that phone call with her, when I told her to get that job, when I talked to her mother, when Shanny was flirting with me, she told me she don't eat processed foods. This is like a person who doesn't eat processed foods.
You know, many people have said I'm really, really fat, but I look at myself And I'm like, damn, girl, you have made progress. Made a lot of progress. And frankly, I don't think I look bad in my tummy. And I think it's going down more and more and more. Frankly. So basically, I used to be 570 pounds. And I'm now 270. And I feel so good about myself that I'm 270 now.
Candy doesn't weigh 270. I'm telling you that right now. She does not weigh 270. I'm telling you this right now. My friend Evangelist Ken, a lot of you have seen him. Some of you have told me to get on his case about his weight and everything and whatnot. Ken is 3-something. And she's bigger than Ken. As a matter of fact, her legs is bigger than Ken's legs, and he's 3-something. But I'll tell you one thing about Ken. He has plenty to bring to the table. He is probably the best friend I've ever had in terms of like Christian friends. I love Ken like a brother. That's the one guy that can call me, ask me for anything, and he'll get it like that. I don't even think about it. Just give it to him. I love that guy. I love Evangelist Ken. That is my brother from another mother. He was there when my mom died. He was there when we had to move. He was there for a lot of humbling moments I had to go through. He was there for me. He's a friend that sticks closer than a brother. Shanny is only around when she wants something. She was never there for me emotionally. She was never there to be a real friend. It was only about what she could get. So y'all gotta forgive me when I get angry at those two. Y'all gotta forgive me about that, because there's a lot of hurt there. I believe the stuff that they told me. I believed a lot of that. I treated them bad, and Shanny forgot about the eviction that she gave me. She forgot about how 2 rich white people was doing better than 1 poor black man. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let's take a look at this again so that you can see what I'm talking about here. This is courtesy of Fat Courtney Love's channel. This is the property of Fat Courtney Love. It ain't your content anymore, Shanny. You want to know why? Because you were too dumb to take care of your stuff. All right. Let me see something here. Here we go. So this is the video, and this is the scene when she says it. So let me rewind this a little bit here. You can hear her say it again. Here we go. Be too fast.
Especially when you're dealing with 2 white rich people compared to 1 poor black man. I mean, logically speaking, G-Man.
One thing I noticed about the reaction channels, you guys got a lot of their videos, but you don't got that original video. I've looked all over the place. I had it on one of my laptops. Unfortunately, I cannot find it. But that was one of the things I wanted to take to court. I wanted the judge to see that. I mean, I would have lost. But her reputation would have been destroyed, and she would have been labeled a racist. But she would have kept her house, though. I never forgot that. And like I said, that's the most offensive thing that woman's ever said to me. Everybody thinks it's the N-word. Let me tell you something about us black people, all right? There are words out there that you can say that are worse than the N-word. A lot worse. And that's one of them. Because not only are you referring to a man with your racial superiority like Shanny was doing there, but now she's saying that because she got class over me, that makes her better than me? Stronger than me? More able than me? People like that better never go to the hood. Let that be a life lesson, ladies and gents. Stay away from the hood if you got that kind of mentality. Stay away from the hood. That is not going to be a pleasant experience for you, because we take that as being worse than being called the N-word. That kind of stuff right there will put you on the ground. So you're going to sit here and try to argue that you guys are doing bad and whatnot, and all you're doing is defending yourself. Sure. Keep making your little revenue that you're making on there and whatnot, right? keep getting your money from these people that used to criticize me and whatnot. It's all fine and well. While they get on here and they criticize Carrie, and then got the nerve to say a thing or two about me when I can show the very videos. Oh, G-Man's a terrible person. He used to be friends. Well, Jules is friends with Shanny now. Giving her money? Y'all friends. Y'all buddies. Y'all see eye to eye. Jules, if I wanted to make you into a lowest woman, you could be going and working at where that pizzeria or whatever the heck you work at, whatever. You can spend your time working as much as you want and working and working and working and working and working and working and everything and whatnot. You'll come back here and see 100 videos about you being just like Shanny. No different whatsoever. None whatsoever. And boring on top of that too. Y'all share that in common too. Listening to you is like listening to a science teacher talk about science and economics and facts and politics. Although you copying my rap, I thought was pretty interesting. It's all about Christ. He's coming back soon, but before he returns, I'll diss the dragoons. Hold on. I got it written down over here. I forgot my own lyrics. I'm actually going to do a reversion of that to deal with a certain YouTuber on here soon. But anyway, like I said, I think I pretty much got everything off my chest. I did the bare minimum. I gave you a death sentence. I wasn't a very good friend. You did everything for me by giving me a house, and I did nothing for you, Rev. Rev, like I said, dude, you were a fake from the beginning, dude. Oh, G-Man, we love you, G-Man. We love you. We love you. Yeah, right. None of that was true, dude. You were using me. Like I said, it's all good. It's all good. Because you want to know why? You can't sucker me no more. Now you can sucker the, like I said, to me, it's perfect justice. It's perfect because for all the videos that Jules made about me and all the stuff that they said about me, they're getting what they deserve by being stupid and donating to you. You know, it's perfect poetic justice as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? So, congratulations, Jules. You're a giver. Thank you. Keep giving to them. I don't care. And I don't think nobody else does either. Well, G-Man. Oh, hold on. Let me try to imitate Carrie. I got to get Yoshi here real quick. Hold on. Let me find a big Yoshi on here real quick. Do I still got that Yoshi on here? Hold on. Do I got that Yoshi? What I should do is put the other thing on here. But then I would get a million videos in my direction I don't want. Let's put this one here. There we go. I can't get it in the front because I forgot to put it on the other row there. So let's try to imitate Yoshi here real quick. Hold on, I gotta make my stomach come out like this. I can't do it because I lost so much weight. Hold on. Let's put this in my shirt here real quick. Hold on. Well, gee, man, if you're not jealous, why are you talking about it? Oink, 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 oink. That's Jules, ladies and gents. I can't imitate that girl. I'm sorry. She's that boring. I cannot imitate her. There you go. That's the Jules imitation right there. Yeah, calm down, little boy. Calm down, little boy. Calm down. Because you tell nothing. You tell nothing. You tell absolutely nothing. Jules tells all. Change your channel to Jules is defeated. And Jules, the Shanny supporter. How about that one? Jules, the Shanny supporter. Call yourself that. Instead of calling yourself burnt toast, call yourself burnt Shanny supporter. Instead of calling yourself the geek room, call yourself the Shanny supporter room. Call yourself that. How about that? Keep giving Shanny the big bucks. Making them feel like they're doing something on here. You know what I mean? Like I said, Shanny's using them and they're using Shanny and they're living happily ever after. And Rev actually believes she cares about him. Like I said, it's poetic justice. Everything is in a perfect circle. And Rev, the funny thing is, Rev, you know what I'm saying is true. That's why I keep saying you're playing Shanny. You're just waiting for her to leave so you can go, hallelujah. But she ain't never going nowhere. That's where the joke is on you, dude. She ain't never going nowhere. She's gonna suck your uncle dry. She's gonna bankrupt your uncle. And it's gonna be all your fault, dude. Because you never cared about your uncle. You never cared about him. You don't have the right to sleep on that couch. I was so proud of you when you said it. But you want to know what? She got that Delta 8 in you. I didn't mean that, guys. Every couple fights and say things like that. No, not when you're speaking that much truth, my friend. Because she doesn't have a right to sleep on that couch. Especially when it's urinated and everything and whatnot. Talking about something, she's busy and she got things to do. You sure do. You got to sit on the couch, and then you got to sit on the couch, and then you got to sit on the couch, and you got to sit on the couch, and you got to sit on the couch. That's what you got to do, Shanny. You got to sit on the couch, and you got to turn. You got to pick up your hand and get the remote control and be like, that's your day. Oh, I'm sorry. And then making sure you keep up with Truthfully Trisha and keep up with everybody else. But the one thing Shanny will never do, the one thing Rev will never do, you will never see them. And I want to get into this a little bit more too. They will never make a decision to do a GoFundMe to get an apartment. You want to know why? That's not their goal. Their goal is to destroy the uncle. And then when the uncle is destroyed, they'll claim that they're going to be kicked out in the street and they're going to go out there and they're going to need all of y'all help. Like if Shanny knows so much about social media, and she knows what a GoFundMe is. She knows what she knows how to go in there and say, guys, you know, I got a $50,000 goal. We have to get an apartment. We have to do this. They're not going to do it. I've seen atheists on here doing it, and they get their money. Come on, Shanny. Let your people help you. I'm sure the whopping $15 that you get from Jules is going to be enough. Maybe the Geek Room will throw you another quarter or $20 or $100. I think one of them gave you like $500 or something like that, I think. Not 100% sure. We all know Frank's working real hard. We all know Ted is working real hard. Yeah, right. That dude's butt is glued to the couch too. And by the way, the girl with the blue hair on the Geek Room, I would love to have you on my channel and you alone on my channel. I'd like to talk to you about why you affiliate yourself with these two worthless people. I'm just curious. Why don't you do a show with G-Man and Draven or something like that? Why waste your time with Frank the Stalker and Tatted Liar? You know what I mean, Mr. Sugar. Come on, man, please. Come on. Guy who don't know the difference between a bench press and running. Guy, you know what I'm going to do for you, Taddick? I'm going to stop teasing you about that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to teach you the difference between, and I'm serious, Taddick. I'm going to make that video for you. I'll make a YouTube short. I'll make it 1 minute long so I don't waste too much of your day because I know how much you love your video games. I'm going to show you the difference between bench press and running. They are not the same thing. Then Jules, I will teach you the difference between eating pizza and eating salad. I promise you, you will gain a lot if you eat more salad. Just saying. I can't wait for Jules to ask me the obvious. I cannot wait. Yo, the fun I'm gonna have with some of these people on here, and then they think they got the ultimate backup or the ultimate comeback on me. They, like I said, they caught me off guard. I'm not gonna lie, they caught me off guard with that whole Summer of G-Man garbage. They caught me off guard with that. I had no idea what these people were doing. It took years for me to figure that mess out. But when I figured that out and started getting my own info, I better never hand the rock. No. And the final boss means never have to go through that again. That's all I got to say. Because I ain't going to go through it very long. That's going to be pretty quick when I go through that next time. Maybe 3 videos tops. 3 videos tops before I make them run in the other direction. Okay, people complaining about my mod. What's going on here in the chat? Control my one mod. What's going on here? All his protectors surround him like a... I don't control my one mod. Y'all talking about Sabella? Sabella, what are you doing? Let me see something here. I don't see Sabella in my chat. I don't even think Sabella has mods, to be honest. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't block you. I ain't block nobody. Okay, so I don't know what you guys are talking about. If my mods are unfairly putting anybody in time, I'll cut it out. Because if I find out who you are, you won't have mods long. So stop it. I don't see any proof of that, though. Oh, boy. I don't see Sabella in my chat. Let me check YouTube. Let me check YouTube. Let's see what people are talking about. I got 31 likes. I didn't think I was going to get any for this video. All right, let me see. Oh, everybody want to see my cat. The cat's in the other room. I'm not going to go get him. Let me see something. Not right now. Don't give Dave Anthony a wrench, please. No, weak room affiliates keep coming in here with stuff. Oh, okay. All right. I got to fix my mods on this channel. This is the last day. Everybody's losing their mods temporarily after today. Just to let y'all know, because I got to figure out who's doing what. And y'all should know better if you've been modded by me. All right. I'm going to wrap this video up. Shanny, this is just how I feel about things. Stop bragging about somebody wanting you when you bring absolutely nothing to the table. Rev, if she's good for you, that's your business. Don't tell me I want somebody that can't do nothing for me, but bring a fork and a knife to the table. I'm sorry. I would have to push her to the table because remember, out of Shanny's own mouth, she can't even walk to the table. She can't even wipe her own butt. That means if I was dating her, every time she goes to take a poop, I would have to go there and wipe her butt for her. That's very romantic, Shanny. Very, very romantic. Ugh. I'm telling you, one day y'all going to see me throw up on camera. One day is going to happen. Ugh. Anyway, guys, if you want to subscribe to the channel, subscribe. If you don't, oh well. You know what I mean? So let me just put this out there so nobody asks me this later. Just subscribe, hit notification bell if you want to subscribe to this YouTube channel. A little bit different than the G-Man channel. There's my Cash App if you want to donate. You don't have to. Ignore it if you don't want to. Please understand, if you don't know Jesus Christ is your Savior, repent of your sins and come to know Christ as your Savior. We ain't got that many more tomorrows. Do what you guys got to do with that. And as far as you go, Shanny, as far as you go, Rev, normally I would say you got owned, but I don't think that's appropriate for this video. Normally I would tell you, I would give you guys the gospel, but you already know what you need to do regarding that. So I guess what I want to say in this video is this. I mean, oh no, I don't want to say that. What's something good, iconic to say about you two? Go take a bath.